What's up? Welcome to the first builds video. I know you guys have been asking for this series and I'm finally here to deliver. We're going to be going over the attributes and perks in this and also how the build types function to help you guys build your builds to the best of your abilities. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's get right into it. No cuts, we're just going to get right into the builds so you guys don't have to wait. So, we're going to go into the hybrid first. This isn't a build, this is just a concept build because people don't understand how the attributes work, how the numbers change. We all know that this game works in intervals. It doesn't work like 86 and 87 are different. No, it works in intervals. What are those intervals? Well, it's not like previous games. We don't look at the number anymore, we look at the cost. Look at the cost. It says 30 cost, 10 cost, 20 cost. That's the stuff that matters. Now, which ones do? So, anything 10, 20 cost, that means the attribute's trash. Like, it's not helping you, it's not good, it's just very below average. But then once you get to 30, that's when the attribute is awoken. It's when it's up, it's when it's on. That's when the attribute starts to help you. When your cost is 30, then that's when the attribute is good. Okay, so that means, like for Glove Low, for example, 87 all the way up to 91 is all the same because they're all cost 30. The number cost is 30 all the way. Then you see it gets to 40. 40 is not real. 40 doesn't help you. It's the same as a 30, so don't worry about getting to 40. But once you get to 50, that's when it's at the peak. That's when it's at its highest ability. So keep that in mind. Don't look at the number, look at the cost. And also, when you have boosts, let's say I have my recovery at 92, and it's at 30 cost, but I put a boost on. So, a +3 boost, if I go +3 just like this, it'll put me at 50 cost. So let's go back -3, and then put the recovery boost on. 95 recovery was 50 cost, but now it's at 30 because I have the boost on. In the game, like right here, it doesn't say it's at 50, but it is at 50 because 95 is the 50 cost. So boosts make them go to their level even if it doesn't say it. So even though it doesn't say 30, I know I'm at 50 because that boost put me +3, which would put me at 50. So it's just very weird, it's very confusing, but just worry about the cost, not the number. Alright, very brief. Now let's go into the actual builds. We're going to do the butterfly first because that's the thing a lot of people are liking right now. The butterfly is great at close shots. It's very good at covering rebounds, and it's just better at power sliding. When you power slide, it is OP when you power slide with this build with butterfly effect especially. But it's weak against post snipes for some reason. When they're on the goal line and at a distance, I get sniped on the post. So you need to have your leg over the post a little bit. And I'll get into that. But first, let's get into the attribute. These attributes look weird. We're going to start with the positioning first because that's where you make or break your entire build. We see rebound controls at 30, vision 50, breakaway 50, angles 20, and recovery 30. Why breakaway? Because breakaway actually gives you animations when you're going in the wrong way. It's like when you're going the wrong way, he reaches out further, you know? So, you know when you're moving and they take a shot, he still kind of moves while he's getting an animation. Breakaway helps you reach out further when you're going the wrong way. So, that's great for baiting the post, especially with butterfly being bad at the post. Vision actually helps you. This is something I didn't know until recently. Vision didn't seem to do much other than this. You know when your goalie peeks around screens, like he does this, peeks around screens? Whenever he does that, you're in danger because he gets slower animations if they shoot while he's peeking. So, vision reduces how long he peeks around a screen, and when he peeks around, he gets out of it quicker if they shoot. So with higher vision, those two things happen. So that's why we have it at 50. Rebound control is okay. I mean, you can have this at 50 if you want, but it's not that significant. Now, speed. Speed doesn't help you with moving around the crease or outside the crease. I don't care what you guys gotta tell to me, because I've had many builds with low and high speed. You move the same speed all the time. But what it does help you with is how quickly he picks up rebounds and he gets up from those crazy sit-down animations faster. So it helps you in that front. And agility only helps you get perks. It doesn't help you with your save ability or movement or nothing. It just helps you get post to post. Poke check is what it is. You don't really need it. Durability and endurance is what it is. You can have it if you want. Preference on that. If you want higher stamina or not, depends on what you want for the speed and agility. Alright, it's all preference on that front. Glove high, glove low. I have a feeling they help me. I'm not entirely sure, but I do think they help me because I took off the +2 glove for a game and I got sniped on the post 2 times in the same game. Then I took it off. I didn't get sniped again. I didn't see anything go wrong, so I'm not sure if that's the culprit, but again, have your foot over the post. You won't get sniped usually. I just put the glove on and a decent stick low and whatever it is just to be safe, but I don't know if they're that significant. So now on to the superstar abilities and the X factors. So I'll tell you this, you can have whatever you want. Okay, I just like this loadout especially because I love how I get cross crease animations and I don't get sniped on the post as much, but just make sure that your perks team up. Okay, make sure your perks team up. Don't have a build like Last Stand, Tit Jar, and Sponge. Like those 3 things help you with completely different things. You know, like they're all trying to do their own thing, so they kind of push each other around. But these all work harmoniously. Like Butterfly Effect, Post to Post, and No Timer, they all help each other. Butterfly Effect and Post to Post work hand in hand. No Timer and Post to Post work hand in hand. So that's how I know they all help each other. Okay, so just make sure your perks somewhat team up.
Okay, so in summary for the butterfly build, it basically has a better time saving close in things like close quarters, make it snappy, those kinds of attributes, and it's also really good at power sliding in butterfly. It also is better at rebounds, better at saving tips, and better at covering loose pucks. But it has a harder time with far away shots and post shots. And also, for some reason, it has a hard time saving those down low one-timers or any one-timer in general. So just keep that in mind when you're going into games against certain attributes.
Now on to the stand-up build. My favorite stand-up build. I made this build completely on my own. Stand-up, 6'3", 190. 6'3" simply because I needed to get my 5-hole to 86. That way I could put Butterfly Effect on. The perks and everything I've said is all the same. 50 vision, 50 breakaway, 30 recovery, and 30 rebound control. So everything, all the perks are the same. Everything is the same. It's just the stand-up has X-ray instead of no timer. You can put on any of these you want, and they all work. All of them. A lot of people actually put on no timer. Their build looks like this, which is fine. Good for you. Go crazy. But I put on X-ray because not only does it help me with screens, it helps me in the same way that Butterfly Effect helps the butterfly. Butterfly Effect helps the butterfly in such ways that it magnifies the butterfly's strengths. X-ray is the stand-up's Butterfly Effect. You know what I mean? It's magnifies the stand-up in ways that you couldn't with other builds with general stronger save ability.
So basically the stand-up strengths and weaknesses are basically the opposite of the butterflies. The stand-up is better at far away shots, it's better at one-timers, especially 1T. It's good at when you're standing up and you cover post shots better, so you don't need to stick your leg over the post. but it has a harder time with close-in shots and tips and rebound control. So just, you can go into games with either build, but you gotta remember that.
That's basically it. You guys have been asking me for these build videos, so you better hit that like button then if you want to see more of these. Whenever I get an update, whenever I learn more, or if I find a build that works for me, let me know if you want to see them. I can just not post them and know all this stuff for myself. But if you guys want to see them for yourself, then let me know in the comments, okay? I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.